Good afternoon. We are here talking to Lester White, which my little intro written one says he's a Saginaw native, now a very active artist in the Grand Rapids area, and he has a show up through May 11th at our Andersen Enrichment Center. So when you listen to him, you can definitely go in and see some of his work up close. Where did you go to school in Saginaw?
I attended Saginaw High School. I graduated in 1988. Also attended, it's now called SAS. It was Reuben Daniel Centers for Art and
Oh,
Science
yeah.
back in 1981, I want to say.
Okay.
And I also attended Delta College in 88 and 89. And I studied for fine arts.
And how long have you lived in Grand Rapids?
I've been in Grand Rapids almost 25 years now.
Okay.
Mhm.
What I'm intrigued by, probably because I'm a journalist, when I was looking at the pictures at the Andersen Enrichment Center, you do some marvelous large portraits of artists like Prince and Oprah. Can you show us a couple of those right now, maybe?
Actually, I do have about 5 pieces of my Prince paintings, but they're in my storage
Okay.
downstairs, and
But
I have them.
I don't, yeah, but I see there's one in back of you.
Yeah,
So
but I do
show
have,
it.
yeah, I do have quite a few paintings. I could show you. Start off with the one of Diana Ross that I have,
Okay.
and that's a pretty large painting. It's a 36 by 48.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, they're not small, I've noticed. Okay.
Right. And I have actually I have almost a mural size. It's a 9 foot by 4 um boxing mural that I did for Art Prize in 2017.
Oh, marvelous. Look at that. Okay.
And
Anybody else?
I did a rough draft of Saginaw's very own Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah.
That's 36 by 48. It was something I was just monkeying around with until I decided to do another painting of him.
Okay.
And this is a painting that I did for my son. He's a senior this year in high school, and I'll present that to him for.
Oh, I lost. Okay, you're back.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Did you hear
Okay,
the part?
that gives people an idea, so we can talk about it. Obviously these artists and sports people don't sit for you. How do you how do you go about capturing their essence, and what are you trying to say about them?
I like different expressions of most people. You can always catch a person doing some type of um, distinguished look that they have, and that's what intrigues me to capture the portrait. I've been loving to paint portraits ever since I was a kid. Um, it's just something about it. It relaxes me when I paint,
Oh, okay.
and for the most part of it, I built a pretty good clientele for just capturing the likeness of most of my clients.
Are most of them that size, big, or are there
Uh,
smaller ones?
I the smallest I probably have is maybe an 18 by 24. But most of my paintings are large size paintings. I like to paint large.
Okay.
Uh, some of my mentors told me that would be a great way to go is painting large.
In what medium? Acrylic, oil?
I mainly specialize in oils. I do use acrylics quite often.
Okay.
A lot of times before I paint my oil paintings, I do a under painting with
Oh,
acrylics.
yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
go over it with the oils.
So, have any of the celebrities you've painted ever responded or bought one or?
Maybe some of the celebrities out of Grand Rapids. One of the gospel great singers, Marvin Sapp, he commissioned me to do quite a few works for him.
Oh, good.
After discovering that I had did a portrait for him toward the downtown area, and from that point it went on to I commissioned his late wife. I did a commission painting of his late wife um, before she passed away. I've also done paintings for Floyd Mayweather and his
Oh,
promoters.
yeah.
That led to his promoters commission me to do personal paintings and portraits for them as well.
So is there a wish list, somebody you haven't done yet that you'd like to?
There's tons of people that I'm always searching over the internet, trying to see who
Boy, I'm
really
getting a lot of breakup. Is anybody out there listening? Is it breaking up or is he coming through? Let me know, because on my end it's a little jumpy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can't, but you kind of come and go. Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I forgot where we was.
Oh, yeah, a wish list of somebody you'd like to do.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few celebrities that I like to paint. To name a few right now, I can't think of any right off top, but there's quite a few. But lately I've just been taking it kind of easy. The last 2 years I was really swamped with a lot of portrait work, and I kind of gave it a break this year. But I am doing my research on for who I want to paint next.
And so when you say research, do you look at a lot of, like, say, we'll pick Oprah. Do you look a lot of poses of her and pictures of her, or do you just create in your mind?
It's a little bit of both.
Both? Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to be careful so you don't get in trouble with copyright infringement.
True,
you
true.
take a painting, and then you take a portrait or image, and you make it your own by adding your own colors, maybe doing something just a little bit different on the painting than you would normally do from the original piece.
And did I hear you did something like a series of prints, several of them?
I did a 6-piece series.
Wow.
And it's here. It's in my basement. It's in my storage. I just didn't take the time to unfold. It's just a lot of work, and maybe I could show that in another interview.
Another time, yeah, right.
Yeah, they're really big pieces, and they're on a really big, solid pieces of wood framing, and it's tough tumbling those things around and trying to get them in the right position. But I did 6 of them, and I actually sold one of the pieces.
Okay, that's another question. Do you sometimes sell them? They are for sale, I assume.
They are for sale.
Yep. I'm trying to think where. I guess we'll go into abstract. You also do abstract. Which is the stronger side for you, abstract or portraits?
Actually, they're both weighing out about the same.
Okay.
It surprises me that I get so much request for the abstract, and most of it is requests from out of the state of Michigan. I'm at UPS, and the workers at UPS know me for coming in delivering my abstracts. Portraits are I get a lot of requests for portraits. It's sometimes overwhelming. The demand is much bigger than the supply, so I just have to take that a little bit at a time.
So with an abstract, do people, when they commission you, or what do they say? We want these. What do they say? How do you know what to create for them?
Yeah, a lot of times I just keep painting abstracts and putting my own colors in them, and sometimes the collector may see something that he liked with the colors. Other times I have clients that request certain colors, and I'll just work with the colors that they request.
Now we're talking about your artist career. What do you do for a living? I understand you're sort of in the same field, right?
Well, it's more like I work in a factory full time. I've been I've been at this facility for 18 years, and we build pumps, and it's almost like a piece of art, the pump that we build. And sometimes we incorporate paint into them. And a lot of times the company commissioned me to do portraits of a retiree or someone that may have passed away, or if we have a big company come in, they'll have me do a mural for that company.
Maybe that's what I heard about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're busy. So tell me about Art Prize. How many times have you been in that? And you mentioned that one piece you showed. How many times have you been in Art Prize?
I've been in Art Prize 4 times.
Okay.
And I do plan on re-entering. I don't know if I'll make it this year. I'm planning my son's graduation, his open house, and I'm planning on getting married this year. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on this year, but
A little busy, yeah.
yeah, a
So
little
what are
busy.
have the pieces been of the 4 years? Have they been portraits or abstracts or both?
Actually, both. Um,
Okay,
I want to say 3 of the years were more figurative or portrait type of work, and 1 year was an abstract.
okay. And the
Two
one that
large
you
pieces.
showed was those were all was it boxers? Correct?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were boxers. Actually, um, they were Michigan boxers from the Grand
Okay.
Rapids area that fought some of the world-renowned boxers, and that's how I
Wow.
tied that piece together. And it's supposed to be a series that I continue to do, and that may make it to next year's art prize.
And when we were talking about the series of prints, what are the different eras you paint him in throughout
Now
his career?
that was a very interesting series. I just caught him in some of his most memorable moments
Okay.
where he held his guitar or made certain expressions with his face. You know, Prince was
Okay.
a pretty
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
ongoing artist. You know, he was very talented. So he was one of my favorite artists, and I decided to capture those moments during the time he passed away and entered into art prize. So
Yep.
I wish I could show some of those pieces, but I just ran out of room.
Okay. Anything else you can think of? I think we're pretty much covered. I really want people to listen less to this and get down to the Andersen and look at your in person. It's so incredible. I mean, it's
Right.
the colors, you know.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to add?
Um, I would say portraits are a tough um thing to do. I would like for people to understand that it's not easy painting portraits. I do put a lot of
No,
time into them,
no.
and you know, it would be good to get out and see the paintings, like you said, up close, and see how much time an artist actually puts into these types of works. Um, if there's anybody that's interested in portraits, I would definitely keep pushing toward that. And if it's what you love to do, I would say just keep doing it into to the
Just be
doors just
doing it.
open.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. Well, I thank you for your time and come back
I
and
could.
visit us every so often. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. And again, his art. Yeah, how many pieces are in the Andersen? I forgot to count them. About a dozen,
Um,
maybe.
actually, yeah, at least a dozen.
At least a dozen. So get down to
Hmm.
the Andersen Enrichment Center through May 11, and they're open 9 to 3 weekdays only, unfortunately. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing more from you at Art Prize. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.